My freshman year, I started
Of high school.
Yeah, I started playing varsity basketball, but then I started noticing some pain in my chest, like right at my sternum, and it would kind of radiate to my back.
Hannah was in absolute pain. She would text me at school telling me that she was just in pain, and it was just a real helpless feeling as a parent to hear that your child's in a lot of pain. And I know a lot of people at church remember at church she would lay down in the pew and she'd just be writhing in pain.
And we went from doctor to doctor to doctor trying to figure out, well, what is this pain that you're having? Where is it? What are your symptoms? And we went to this doctor, and she did a few tests, and finally she came to the conclusion that it was chronic pain syndrome.
And I just remember as a parent, it's just a real helpless feeling when your child is in that much pain, and the only thing to do is pray for her.
You know, when I was going through it, through the pain, through the whole process, like I said before, my faith was really, really dwindling, and I went through a phase where I was rebellious to Christianity and to my relationship with God, and so much so that I resented people who were healthy and who were Christians, just because why could they have this wonderful life that was pain-free, and then I was here suffering, even though I'm a child of God, as that person also is. I came here, Neil and Teresa, and from what I remember, they were specialized in healing, and they were talking about, Teresa specifically was talking about her own story, and she had fibromyalgia. I remember coming down to you and talking with you, and I just remember crying because of this. I felt really relieved, because I was praying, well, God, why is this happening to me? I felt really alone, and then she came in a few weeks later after me praying that, and she was talking about her story, and it was so close to home, even though it wasn't my diagnosis directly, but it was one that was really close to it. I never, before that, I never really experienced, I never learned the whole emphasis on the Bible, in the Bible, of healing, and how, as a child of God, you will be healed.
But she stood up in church and was telling about the pain she was dealing with, and that it affected her faith, and that her faith was wavering. But they prayed and the pain stopped.
Yeah. And that was probably the first time weeks really that the pain had stopped. And just her afterwards just praying with me on how to battle this pain on a spiritual level. And that was kind of the start really for me. And then gradually over time, it just started becoming, less and less. Just the pain started diminishing.
It's been 3 years and she's been pain-free.
And what I learned when Teresa had come to talk to me and to talk to the church was that resurrection, physically, mentally, spiritually, was a real thing.
And that's what I learned through the process, is that he's there with you through the entire time, and he knew what she was going through, and that he hears your prayers.
Kind of, shut up the mind-speaking side on saying that your pain is back. You're not gonna be able to do the things that you want to do, and listening to God, where it's like you are under my authority. You're redeemed from the pain. You're redeemed from this restriction of life that you were given so many years ago.